Ahoy everyone and welcome to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the Super Nintendo. 1994. Just checking the options for hopefully there's an easy difficulty. Now this is another game that has really nice graphics. Sprites, and music as well. Now, my favourite was always the blue one. My brother always went the red one, and my sister always went the pink one. So, you know, we were pretty obvious kids, you know. The blue one was always my favourite, Billy. Now, I just want to show you my favourite thing here. Look at that punch. Just bear with me while I figure out the buttons. Look at that punch. That's how I fight in real life. It just baffles me what they were thinking. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's just so... It's just so baffling that, like, the character in the show was never, like, the way they're portraying him is like a Jerry Lewis kind of goofball, you know, clumsy nerd. Like, why does he hold his head when he fights? Why is he, you know, look, why does he squat like he's on the toilet when he crouches? Like, it just baffles me. Like, seriously, like, I'm not hating, I love it. Like, it's you know, so stylized and funny. But I just, like, as I said, in the show, Billy was never like that. Billy was, you know, he was smart. He was a capable fighter. Like, and if I'm remembering it wrong, then my whole childhood's a lie, because, as I said, like, this isn't how I remember Billy at all. I should probably start talking about other aspects of the game. So basically, you're just fighting all the puttymen. That's what they're called, putties. You're going through stage by stage, inevitably getting to a boss. Love that. Nearly at the park. Yeah, there's things in the trees. Wait, here's the boss. You don't fight him here, he just shows up to inspire you to turn into a ranger. Now, the funny thing about this is the ranger sprites are all the same. So even if you're the female, it's just basically this sprite here, painted pink. And I mean, whatever, like, you know, they obviously, they were saving money and, you know, space and everything, so they didn't have to store, you know, different sprites when they just needed... So I've got a bomb here. I'm going to try to use that, but I forget what the button was. Oh, wait. That was a waste, but I just wanted to show you that. That's really cool. I believe we get another one in this stage. They're bombs, stay away. Bad bombs. I just love that weapon. I love that throw. That reminds me of Batman for some reason. That just seems like a Batman move. Pick someone up by the collar and just smash them into the ground. Oh yeah, so here's the second bomb. There you go. Now, you might notice that this move here is similar to one that was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the jumping kick. And I don't know, like it's just it's a no-brainer move to have because it's really, you know, it gets you to the other side of the screen quickly. Like it's an instant down, like, you know, you can't block this. See, the enemies aren't blocking it. It's a quick, you know, it's really effective. The weirder the color the putty, the harder they are to fight. Let me show you. Now I believe you can destroy the car a la Street Fighter. There you go. Can't let them go to space. Listen to that. Yeah. Some guy's like, hey, my car exploded. Now, my brother never liked Power Rangers. Obviously, you know, I think he was a bit too old. He's like, I think he's like 5 years older than me. I don't know. He's pretty old. But yeah, he never liked it. My sister kinda liked it. But, you know, Power Rangers was my thing. Now this guy has, I think, 3 forms, if I remember. He's got a lunge as well. Yeah. Where he drives the. There you go. So we're up to the second form. I like how he's got no arms and he just kicks you to death. I wouldn't even be mad if I lost to, like, this guy with no... Alright, last form. This one's the hardest, to be honest. Huh. I only call it the hardest because it's a moving target. Huh. I believe there's a power up he does where he... There you go. So you get your password in case you want to come back. See, this is a good game. Because it gives you there's a password system. So if you lose all your lives, instead of starting back from the start, you can enter a password, and there you go. You start off where you left off, where you died. You probably might have to start the level again, but at least you don't have to do the whole game over again. So yeah, I like that. I really do. There is a few Super Nintendo games that utilize passwords. I can't remember them all. But yeah, like people that people take you know, saving the ability to save your game. People take that for granted because once upon a time, it wasn't a thing. It was a, you know, sit down, complete the whole game in one playthrough. Otherwise, you know, get ready to do it again, yeah? Look at that punch. That punch combo's nice. Now these guys, I believe you either got to wait for them to hit you. There you go. I hate that it doesn't hit the putties. That's just really depressing for me. I used to be really good at this game. As I said, my brother wasn't a big Power Rangers fan, but he did like this game. He played this game with me. So, as I said, my sister was kind of into it because I was into it, and I think because, you know, there was a female Power Ranger, so she had someone to, you know, be a fan of. I remember having all the toys by Bandai. I had I had the Power Rangers, and then I had the Megazords. I got them for my birthday. I got the main Megazord for my birthday. I remember getting Tommy's, his Godzilla Megazord, the big dragon one that he summons with the flute. I remember getting that one off my dad for my birthday, and my dad was in hospital in another town. And I went to see him with my mum on my birthday. He was in hospital on my birthday, and he gave me the thing, and I was playing with it in the hospital room. So yeah, good old dad. This is the second level boss. He's a troll with a rake. I remember me and my sister, we both had a Power Rangers costume. It was like cloth, like it was latex or spandex, or I think it was spandex. It was like one of those, it was like a morph suit basically. So I had the blue Power Ranger suit and she had the pink one. We used to play in the backyard. The backyard of Kerrang, I believe it was. With our dogs Brutus and Odie. The Power Rangers show, it was the epitome of the 90s for me. Like when I think about it, you know, it was just everything 90s. Like they were all cool kids, and you know, in the movie they turn into ninjas. I believe you can kill this thing. Let me check. No? Okay. Why does the troll guy have all this technology and he fights with a rake? Yeah, like, look, to me the Power Rangers was the epitome of the 90s. Like, it just sums up the 90s, the era. Like the fashion, like, as you saw, Billy was wearing overalls. Wasn't fast enough. I knew I had to move, but I just wasn't fast enough. Oh, it hurts them, that's cool. As I said, I like when it... I like when stuff hurts them too. That's a sign of a good game. I remember going and seeing the Power Rangers movie in Melbourne, in the big city. We went and seen a lot of movies in Melbourne. I remember seeing Casper in Melbourne. Getting all nostalgia I am now. Ouch. That hurt me. If it makes that squeaking sound, I believe you can't kill it. Oopsie. Damn it. I was doing pretty good at avoiding that thing. Damn it, I was in the middle of a combo. That's not fair. Are you serious? I had to kill it? Level is a bit annoying, isn't it? Look, I'm sure it's just a natural thing to do to for anyone to say that the era they grew up in was the best era of all time. And, you know, that's fair, whatever. But, you know, in all honesty, I just feel that the 90s was such a good era. And I say that because it seemed to be the right era. Like, it was between the 80s and the 2000s. So, I mean, you know, you had like all the retroness of the 80s, but you also had the innovation moving towards the 2000s. Like the internet started, you know, getting bigger. Technology started improving. Internet started improving. So yeah, I don't know. This is where you gotta fight this guy. Now he jumps around a lot, so. You're probably thinking this is really easy, but he gets a lot faster. Ow! I killed him. Sweet. Another password. Zordon. Just trying to remember the name. It was Zordon and Alpha 5, I think. I think it was Alpha 5. Or just Alpha. Aye. Some Mad Lad band for the movie. They created a song for that guy because like his catchphrase was aye, and the song was aye. Seriously, that was, you know, that was the 90s for you. That was the 90s in a nutshell. You know, nothing was off limits. Like, we could make anything cool. Oh, quickly! No! Oh. I was gonna say, you can quickly destroy them. Oh, damn it. You can quickly destroy them before they electrocute, but apparently you can kick them. Sorry, I missed the part where we were playing Castlevania with that huge turkey leg, chicken leg, whatever you want to call it. Geez, you nearly got me, falling drill. It was a close call. Ow. Oh, well, that one got me, so a bit of karma for me for being a loudmouth. I love that punch. Ow. Ow. Are you serious? I gotta start the level over again? This is doo-doo. How is his reach longer than mine? I demand a refund. Hello? Sorry about that. For some reason the game froze, which was very strange. So, I think what I'm gonna do is I'll play till I die. So that means when my life bar depletes. And when that happens, I'm just gonna call it quits. Because I played this I think I've played it for at least 25 minutes. You know, if you're not aware by now, I'm gonna die very soon. If you're not aware by now, these play videos that I do, they're not necessarily to you know, I'm not trying to complete the game or anything. Like, there might be something I want to try to show, like a boss or a certain level or something. But yeah, this isn't a you know, full playthrough or anything, you know, like that. So yeah. This is just purely, you know, me reliving, you know, the games that I grew up with. You know, and even if the videos are short and I suck at the game, I'm still showcasing them. You know, I'm still saying, you know, this game here was a game that I used to play once upon a time. I mean, it's sort of like going through a photo album. I mean, you don't need 100 photos from one event or one memory to be able to tell the full story of what happened. I mean, let's say you've got a picture of a birthday party. A single picture. You can show people that single picture and then explain the entire day. Oh, there you go, I'm dead. Yeah, you can explain the entire day. I might as well use the last life. You can explain the entire day, the event, like you can tell them everything about the birthday, all the presents you got, who came, what the food was. I mean, that's the thing, and you can do that with one photo. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. Like I'm using one video, but I'm sharing all my memories in this one video. You know, like, I mean, just for example, with this Power Rangers video, I mean, I've discussed the TV show, I've discussed the movie. Wow. Oh my lord, just die. I've discussed the costumes that we had of the Power Rangers. So I mean, that's purely what this is about. Like, I hadn't, like, when I set out to do this, to play these games and to put them on YouTube, like, don't get me wrong, like, I had I had no intention to be the next big YouTuber or anything like that. Like, this for me is like a record. Like, this for me is like it's something that I can return to myself, and maybe, you know, one day show my kids, or my nephews and nieces. Like, I can be like, you know, here, watch this. This is games I used to play as a kid, and they can hear my voice, and, you know, they can, you know, listen to my memories. It's sort of like listening to, you know, like a father or a grandfather, you know, tell stories about the, you know, their lives and stuff, except, you know, I'm doing it with, you know, visuals and stuff like that. And I mean, it's about video games, so, you know, everyone likes video games. So, you know, I think it's enough to hold anyone's interest. And like, look, if a stranger stumbles across this, then, you know, by all means, they're free to, you know, watch me play and listen to me rant a bit. Like, they can't say, oh, you know, oh yeah, I remember that happening, I was there. But, you know, they can maybe relate. Like, oh, you know, I used to play Power Rangers with my sibling once upon a time. So yeah, look, it's... There we go, I got through that level. This is the final boss. Ugh. I'd just pack it up and go. I'd be like, that's enough. I'd be like, no thank you. How'd that guy not die? Yeah. So yeah, like playing through these games for me is it's just, yeah, it's about reliving something. It's about remembering. I mean, I had a, you know, before I played these games, I had a... That's creepy. Can I kill him? Yes, I can. Yeah, before I, you know, replayed these games, he's gonna get me. Get me out of there. Before I played these games, I had memories of them, but there's a lot of things I didn't remember about them. That when playing them, I was like, oh, okay. That's right, you know, now I remember. So yeah. Uh-oh. Wow, that is a long drop. How are you meant to... Oh, okay. You can only defeat them when the water sinks, like, goes down. So you're meant to avoid them until then. That's unfair. That's really not fair that they can hit you, but you can't hit them. See, I'm clever. I know what to do. Oh wow, that laser went on forever. So yeah. Sorry, I just got a bit caught up in the game there. Look, there are a lot of games that I'd love to revisit that I can't. Simply because they just don't exist anywhere. And that's the sad part. There's one in particular, it's a PC game. Oh, look, for the longest time, Zug, the Dinosaur Discovery Kit, that game was lost. Like, that did not exist anywhere. I was very lucky that someone finally uploaded it onto the internet and allowed me to play it. And I mean that was special to me. That was, as I said, one of my first game. That was my first game that I played. So being able to relive that was very important to me. I think if I couldn't have found that one, then I would never have, attempted this retrospective. Sugar. Because that game was very important to me, and being able to play that again was very important. So yeah, as I said, if I couldn't play that game, then I probably wouldn't have attempted this retrospective. Another game what I was trying to say was another game. It was called The Odd Squad, Adventures in Oddbodia. It was a game I got when I was like 13, around that age, like maybe younger, about maybe 11. But yeah, in that, oh, this isn't fair. Look at this, there's nowhere to go. Oh, die. Die! Yeah, it was called The Odd Squad Adventures in Oddbodia. And I got it around when I was like, let's say 12. Let's split the difference. It was based on Oddbods, which was a collectible card series in Australia. You meant to get that. I'm gonna die here. I can get that one. And the water rises and drops again. Yeah, it was called The Odd Squad Adventure in Oddbodia. And it was based on the Oddbods. They were like, I guess they were like sort of like Garbage Pail Kids, for those who aren't aware. Oopsie. And yeah, anyway, they ended up releasing a game of it, and it was just a point-and-click adventure game. Nothing special. This is where I die, the boss fight. Bugger. Game over. Well, there you go. That's where I leave it. Yeah, so the game was, it was a point-and-click adventure game. And it was called The Odd Squad Adventures in Oddbodia. I probably said that about 9 times now. But sorry, I was a bit distracted by the Power Rangers. It was a point-and-click adventure game. You played as all these weird, characters like Garbage Pail Kids. And look, it was just a fun little a game. Like, it was funny. Like, you clicked on things and stuff happened, and you clicked on people and they made jokes and stuff, and it was just fun. Um, it was a CD-ROM. I remember buying it from Kmart, and it came in a very like it. So the CD came encased in this really thin, tough plastic, and I remember trying to open it and slicing the inside of my finger because I tried to prying it open with my fingernail and slipped and cut the underneath my fingernail, so that really sucked. So yeah, that game does not exist anywhere. And you know what? I had the CD I had the CD very recently, up until I'm gonna say like 2015, 2016, or was the last time I saw it. But geez, it would be scratched to pieces because it was just the CD. I remember seeing it in a toy box. Maybe I'll ask the old man, me father, if he can have a quick look for it. You know, because it doesn't exist anywhere. So, yeah. But yeah, that was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Sorry to get off topic and talk about something unrelated. But yeah, uh, this game again, just like Turtles in Time, very fun. This is one player, it's not two player. Very fun game, very fun beat 'em up. Yeah, no complaints about this one. This is another good one on the SNES. So yeah, that's all for me. I mean, that's all from me for now. And until next time.